Hello world who's up and ready at 8:19. I'm getting up and ready. I've been up and ready just before 7 a.m. Coyote Heart. I'm gonna speak backwards, I think. Coyote Heart. This is really weird. My name changed back. That's not what I want here. Oh, you know what it is? I didn't change it on this swap. Not Coyote Heart and Destiny Shaper. Let me get rid of this because I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Let's get rid of this. Where is it? You want to edit? Sorry. Good morning. It is Monday morning. It is the 7th. I wish you all had an excellent, excellent day. Um, I really need to change the name here, and that went on by accident. That is so cool. Okay, that's good. And I'm not seeing where my banner is for this. So let me just handle this later so I can do this very brief talk to start our day. So once again, I thought a cat was out, but I kept hearing I would see her at 11:30. Well, I did see her at 11:30. She came finally when I called her because she was sleeping in a secret place in the house, and I thought she was outside, so it was just kind of not sleeping for a couple of hours, which is okay. I felt much more rested. But no, this can't go on because I want to get up super early. And then I was like kind of wired and didn't get to bed till 2. So therefore, there were about 5 hours of sleep. I don't do good yet on low hours of sleep. And I need at least 7 or 8, and sometimes even that. That's not enough. So we're going to really make commitments into this positive change because, early to bed, early to rise sounds really good to me. And I know the past couple of years kept me up late. Um, so yeah, so let's see. Maybe that's what I need to change. Well, let me not figure this out right now. Let me just figure out that yeah, I don't know where that is. Maybe that's just something else I have to do somewhere else. That's okay. Figure it out. And let me get rid of this because I don't want to keep watching that banner keep going. Um, yeah, like that. All right. So today I had a title on prosperity, and then I had it as something else. Always possibility. Yeah, we're from everything possible. So there's always possibility. And I wanted to read something from Maya Angelou. I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. Whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. It can be how do you recognize when your heart is closed? It'll feel closed in comparison to when you just want it to be free. When you feel free. When you feel like everything's cool no matter what. And we learn how to keep our hearts closed because we learn how to judge. But what if you always think that everything is an opportunity so that no matter what your feelings are, you can feel them and let them go? I'm not going to use the word release, and a lot of late showers are using the word release. I don't like it because to me it does mean I release it. I release. I release it. I release it means I sign back up for it. No, I want to let go and transmute. So or disintegrate or dissolve or command forward that dysfunctions are eradicated, are removed, are placed to a place where they can do harm to no one and nothing, and creator source can take a look at that and handle it. That's not my job. It's not my job to make the fake sun stay in the sky. It's not my job to make the moon, which is not better, the fake moon base, the fake boom base stay in the sky, or the planets not to collide. Not my job to blow the clouds all around the world, and it's not my job to give you the oxygen, all of creation and co-creation with source. So yeah, I thought that was really cool by Maya Angelou, and it comes from a book, Revealing Your Extraordinary Essence by Cynthia James, who is a minister or was a minister at the Mile. High Unity Church in Denver, Colorado, and saw her give a pep talk in Sedona, Arizona, and she sings and she sang on a clear day, and just lovely. I don't agree probably everything in the book because when we also write a book, we write from a place best we can this whole overview of who we are now. And then, in a month you can change, in a week you can change, in an hour you can change. So after it's all edited, you might change. So also you read the book and you take from it whatever serves you. And actually, there's an exercise right across from this, which was the end of another chapter, which says, "Today I activate my intuition and deeply listen to my inner guidance." So, always possibility, listening to intuition, always possibility by keeping heart open, always open and receptive. I also wanted to go and take a look at out of the little handbook, Ready for Confident Changing. Interesting. What Tony Stone writes is, to prosper, I have to have some new friends, a lot of new habits, and 30 to 60 minutes a day to work on my consciousness. When I prosper, it's no accident. This is how I come. This is how I come. I am called. This is how come I am called. Hello. A prosperity practitioner I practice every day. Let me read this again. To prosper, I have to have some new friends, a lot of new habits, and 30 to 60 minutes a day to work on my consciousness. When I prosper, it's no accident. You created the possibility. This is how I am come, how, I can't say it. This is something for me. This is how come I am called a prosperity practitioner. I practice every day. Whenever we, yes, we could say, oh, I'm tired, but whenever we trip over words, repeat that positive phrase till you say it clearly and believably. This is how come I am called a prosperity practitioner. I practice every day. This is how come I am called a prosperity practitioner. I practice every day. This is how I am come. Yeah, I don't understand her way she wrote it either. This is how come. Like, this is how come. This is how come I am called a prosperity practitioner. I practice every day. These are her words, and I know this woman from a long time ago, and this is how she speaks. So I would have probably said this differently, but anyway, she said it that way. But when you are tripping over words and you're repeating them, say it again. So it builds confidence, so it builds continuity, and so it builds a way that you actually do. It's like saying, I'm really cute. I'm really cute. I'm really cute. And believing it. And sometimes people can't say that. They can look in a mirror and just say, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's going to get better. I'm pretty good. Start somewhere. Start somewhere at least here. And you're trying to rise up. At least here, trying to rise up. At least here, trying to go over that 78 mark. There's probably 50, but you really want to go 78 and higher because you want to give yourself that room, that buffer, that things happen during our day where we're co-creating, and sometimes we don't expect certain things and we get knocked off a little bit. But as long as you're pretty much open to, you know, prospering and possibility and learning and inviting better things in, my voice quality wasn't up, then you're going to always pretty much get rocked to the higher side. And there will be things, no doubt, that knock us off as we're mastering, as we're stepping into remembering, as the amnesia is being lifted, as our intuitive ability is being felt, sometimes seen, often felt, because all we are is an energy sponge. So I want to get to doing a card reading on supporting possibility and just a positive word for us to begin the day. I really didn't have a super great title, I guess. But I was talking yesterday briefly about that Abraham Hicks thing. If you go to YouTube, Abraham Hicks 2021, so YouTube Abraham Hicks 2021, it's called An Energy Upgrade. And let's see. Yeah, just look for the energy upgrade. And I think it is eliminate your problems and manifest the best of everything. That's what I think it is. It's the Abraham Hicks Esther and a guy in the hot seat caricatures. and he's speaking about his condition, and they're talking about the way to manifest and being alignment. So that's a really cool one that I need to listen to. And then there's another one that I did not listen to that I want to invite you, because these are like between 10 and 15 minutes long, so they're not going to be long. They're not going to take up your whole day. So Abraham Hicks is also 20, I believe it's 2021, but if you put in Abraham Hicks, you do 2021, this should come up in the first, the first 12 things to pick from, choices to pick from. Define who you are and stay in character. That sounds like a cool one for me. Define who you are and stay in character. I still have to really get dressed for the day in my PJs, but started to bless the room. We could start to say a prayer. I really just wanted to get on with this. And I was realizing that, all the people that talk in the morning to whoever they're going to talk to look super cute, Amanda Ellis is always dressed very nice. I don't know that she does her super early in the morning. And then there's Bernadette Carter King, and she got such high vibe energy, sunshine, wow. I'm not. I need to go to bed probably at 7:30, no later than 9, so I can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and rise and shine like a rooster. And my hair came out all kinds of sticking up today, so I'm just gonna leave it under the hair. That's a style, I'm sure. I think it's a style, but it's a style that I'm not gonna wet it. Not gonna do nothing. New. Definitely have a sip of water, and because it's a new thing. Yesterday during the heat wave, I might have drank at least 3 glasses of water, and I had coconut water. I had at least 2 or 3 kombuchas. I don't drink soda. I don't drink coffee. I just don't. I don't have dairy, so I gotta get on this water thing. And yes, I've been outside a lot the last few days. Anyway, let me just bless the cards. Talk to the cards about us having a really nice message for the day, to support us in always possibility. And whenever you hear this, I wish that your moment is filled with blessings. I wish that your moment is filled with absolute alignment possibility. I wish for you that you win your $40 million, that you win your $1 million, that the people around you, all around you, attracted to you, are $1 million attitude. And that if your heart is sad or sunken, just know it is temporary. It is temporary. Be in touch with your feelings best you can. Curl up in a ball if that's what you need to do. But know that all things do pass, even if it feels not so good, cocky, icky, bad. It just passes. Because that is the nature of things. Change is constant. That is the only law that does not change. Change is constant. It's the only universal law that never changes. Let's see. All right. What would help us today? Just need a little message because it's a Monday, right? Beginning of our work weeks, our focus for bringing things in. I know one like Bernadette Carter King, she picks her cards ahead of time. Amanda Ellis does not pick her cards ahead of time. Free Spirit doesn't pick her cards ahead of time. I think it's all depending on what feels correct for you to do. And mine is more like, anyway. It's interesting. Let me give me a moment looking at these cards. So always possibility. What message would be with us? So 5, 9, 5. We have 2 5s, which is an angel number, which is it's really powerful. I think it's letting go and becoming new. Let me get my other single numbers. I'll be right back. What I've started to do a little bit is take a look at double digit and triple digit numbers. So when I've been doing some cards lately, 22 has been coming up, 11 has been coming up, um, 5 has been coming up. So I want to start to incorporate not only the single digit, which is always super uh, positive, or at least they lend, if they don't start that way, because there's like a little of a non-preferred energy, there's also the preferred within the message. So let's see, number 5. Only because I'm such early in the morning. Maybe early in the morning is not going to work for me. Maybe I need to do the night before reading. Adventure, change, manifestation, appreciation of the world around you. You may be going on a journey, but listen to your body. And again, 5 is what is it? Earth, air, fire, water, spirit. 5. But 55, I read cards for someone last week, and she had a 55, which overall in the message of her cards was about like letting go and not being afraid. I believe, and ready to move on. So I'm going to check myself after this. But 55, hold that number for yourself if you get a chance. 55. But there are 2 5s right here. So the first one is this medicinal type of card, believe in spontaneous healing. So wherever we are today, there's something going on. In fact, knowing myself, I have chiropractic appointment today, and I always see that as I'm partnered with this chiropractor for improved health. But I know it's my body speaking to me about something that's stored, and I don't buy anymore that lower back is just money. It has to do with other abuses. It has to do with other foundations. It has to do with beliefs, and it has to do with definitely my body wants to speak to me, and that's where the energy goes by default instead of in alignment. So let's see. I want to say that yes, so that in our collectiveness today, there is some healing going on, or some choice of healing going on, or some visitation where we're partnered with someone we trust for this healing or for this appointment. And we are willing to partake in that exchange because even as they're giving their skill to us, we are lending ourselves to them. And in what state are we partnered with that person? Are we partnered with in the believability that energy exchange for miraculous results is possible? Are we partnered that in that exchange in trust, which is this is one of trust. The woman is willingly taking the elixir, the drink from the doctor who is seemingly kindly, benevolent, easy, um, caring. And you also have the purity of the horse, the stallion, travel, mobility, free spirit, a knowingness, this, these things are right and steadfast and true, and that all things are magical, possible, swift. You're shrouded in green, and you're shrouded in this. But there's a rose. I'm not sure what the rose. There is a story to the rose and the tower, which it kind of is implying the staircase to a sacred place, which the tower offered in these cards pictures are have to do with where the Holy Grail is hidden and other mysteries. So you have a lot of expression of the heart, of vision, of trust, and the number 5. So let's be in states of gratitude and appreciation for this moment. Then we're into a number 9, which is super, super great in terms of our talents and possibilities. The woman's hands are pulling the grail to her. It's in her grasp, her goal, her dream, her vision, her whatever she's designing, whatever she has percolating, it's in her grasp. Number 9 is share your wisdom and talents with the world. And it's linked to the cosmos, your cosmic consciousness for compassion, empathy. If you're giving too much energy out to others in this card, um, just know you're a little drained and step back. But otherwise, it's a beautiful card. So your goal is within reach. You have angels, also number 2 for vibrational balance. You have the dove of peace, the Christ in white light. So this is really good in terms of if you're going through something or knowing somebody is going through something, they have a good exchange or believe in a good exchange of the person they're in relationship surrounded by this being able to express who they are and heart-centered and the truth, the purity and nobility of the moment of the exchange. And also, this would be your voice, your will, your expression, and pulling that which you want closer to you, guided by the angels. Your goal is within task. And then the last number five, wake the divine masculine, the rebirth of the green man. In your health and in the things that you do today, be surrounded by nature. Number five again, which is what we were speaking to. It does imply a journey, but also this is like the journey of health as well, journey of taking on what you wish. You could be going inside for the journey, or you may have to actually go on journeys. I know that some of my things today do involve journeys, and yes, within, but also without. I want to read this one because I don't know what the author has to say about it, so maybe this will help us in our possibilities. Mm. Breathe life into the cold heart of the patriarchal society. Remind him or yourself of the male creation figure within. So we usually define the male as strength and solid in knowing and doing the right thing, being that image of that's what we aspire in emulation, so we get the job done. So sometimes if we feel like we toughen up, we get better. Sometimes if we had more male energy, whether it's more money, more ways of knowing, more seeing, we bring in our goals, our possibilities, we make things happen. And that, yeah, by staying the green wise man, um, you know, I'm still manly, I'm getting the job done. But this green man also represents nature, the feminine, Gaia, the rebirth of the green man. So this is more where nature takes care of our health, of our sacred unions, of ourself, and our trust in having things happen, and also in ourselves and bringing in the goals, bringing in the possibility. So there's always possibility. I'm going to leave it at that right now. I know the cards probably have even deeper meaning than this. Take what it for you, where that resonates. Believe in spontaneous healing. See the card and have that. However, that might mean something for you, partner, that your goal was within reach. And the rebirth of the green man, awaken the divine masculine. And some women, for example, that are taking care of themselves, but maybe aren't allowing themselves to move forward in possibility and be more assertive. Just you can take on a masculine aura from that place of earth wisdom, partnered with Gaia, partnered with nature. And also, I'm going to look up for myself the mythology more about the Green Man. So that may also help in the day. But look up that number 55 because that was really strong for the whole of the cards because of the two fives coming up together. So definitely strong angel number. Look that up for us. And wish I remembered clearly, but I do think it's about letting go and it's about moving forward in yourself. So I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe I'll look up. Oh, I don't know if you want to check this book out. I haven't read it. I keep it close to me, but it's You Are Becoming the Galactic Human, and there's a lot of Syrian stuff to which I have a relation to. But there's now see they talk about the Galactic Federation in here, right? And we're now maybe there's more of an agreement that the Galactic Federation of Worlds. I call it Galactic Federation of Nations because I think it's going to switch um, where as the worlds unite multidimensionally, interdimensionally, you'll have emissaries to which I am one for nations coming together and voices to speak up at conferences and um, in representation. But you're only chosen because people have chosen you, not remaining powers that be, and laws and so forth are going to change because we're ever changing. We're ascending. We're vibrating higher. And in moments you don't feel like you're vibrating higher, just be gentle on yourself because that will pass too. You don't have to stay in lower vibration at all, even when things feel not so great. You don't have to stay there. You can recognize it and make it your friend and still focus on happy things. It's a practice. Yes, just like this was saying. This is how come I am called a prosperity practitioner. I practice every day, like brushing your teeth. At some point during a day, you brush your teeth, or you spit, or you cleanse your mouth in some way. So, yeah, it's a practice, and we don't really talk about it, you know. So, I'm going to end here. This is already at 25 minutes. That's enough time. You need to get going in your day. And me too. I need to put on my big girl clothes, make a bunch of phone calls, and take a bunch of pictures for things did not sell. I'm going to try to sell them individually on Craigslist from a sidewalk sale. It was so hot. Not that many people came, and it was way too funny. A couple of cars at two different points drove by like this, like they were just looking. They didn't want to make a commitment. They didn't want to get out of their air conditioner car, and they were just not. They weren't even waving. They weren't even like, "I'm old. I'm just going to see what there is." That's, yes, my judgment. They were old. I mean, they were, and maybe not. Maybe they're just very sweet and they didn't want to get the hell out because there was no antiques, which I said on some of my signs, no antiques. But people come anyway because they feel like, you kind of dumb, kind of stupid, junk what you have. And if they can get an antique, for $3 and then go sell it for 1,000, they will. So anyway, one man's junk is another person's treasure. My little coyote heart just loves you, and you are powered by the stars.